Cheers!
Welcome to Movie Bitches!
Oi! RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 4, Episodes 6 and 7. First things first, shout out to our Patreon supporters. $5 a month gets you early access. $10, you were so eager.
I couldn't wait.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait.
$10 gives you access to our viewing parties. Thank you all for your support. Second, I think, shout out to our wine sponsor, Wink. They have declared bankruptcy, so we'll see how this goes. But we might be in the market for a new wine sponsor. And new sponsors in general. If you own a business or know one that wants to sponsor our channel, let us know.
We're going to have to find a new wine. Like a new...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. What is... Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out. It's an exciting opportunity for new adventures.
Yes.
Old Christine?
That's a show I watched all of.
Wow.
Yeah. It's fun.
Speaking of shows that I've watched all of, I think you should watch season 2 of White Lotus.
Okay.
Because it's gayer and dumber.
Should I skip?
They're not related. You don't have to watch the first one.
Is Jennifer cool?
She is in both of them.
So yeah, I'm there. I'll do it.
The key for White Lotus for me, that I figured out that finally let me enjoy it, is that the music cues mean absolutely nothing.
So, you mean don't pay attention to what they're trying to emotionally convince you is happening?
None of it is happening.
Okay.
Because the music, have you heard the theme song?
No.
Oh, it's great. It's like, do, 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 do. It's kind of creepy. It sounds like little turkeys waddling. It's very odd, but it's catchy. Okay. And this one has a kind of techno-y vibe to it.
Okay.
I made a tweet where it was Lindsay Lohan in Ibiza or in...
in the silver jumpsuit.
Maybe she was in Mykonos, in her jumpsuit doing it. It's this kind of creepy music.
So it's trying to do a David Lynch thing, where it's the music.
Well, that's what you think.
Is it?
Right. The first season was a lot more of that.
Yeah.
The second season has been less so.
Right.
But the music cues are still there, where it's do 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 do,
and nothing is.
Oh, and now what? They're gonna drive off the cliff. Oh no! Literally nothing is about to happen. Nothing happens. It's just transition. Look, Sicily, beautiful. Moving on.
Okay.
So once your brain processes means nothing, then you're fine.
But is that a fun thing?
The rest of it is fun.
Okay.
There's naked men.
Speaking of David Lynch, since I brought it up, recently just watched Lost Highway. It's got a lot going on, and I kept unpacking it, and oh boy, but David Lynch's movies have the best sound design. I miss it. I miss great sound design where you feel like you have been consumed by the film.
Arrival.
Yeah.
Good example of that, I think.
Just where oh gosh.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are here to talk about. We didn't do third things.
We didn't do third things third. I didn't finish talking about the shows that I've been watching all of that I'm obsessed with.
Oh, I didn't realize there was more.
Well, I really into Somebody Somewhere. I haven't finished it yet. But you recommended that.
Somebody Somewhere is great.
And I think I've become completely obsessed with This Way Up.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm busy watching Queens of Mystery. Oh my God. It's Pushing Daisies in Britain.
Oh.
And it's this detective woman who comes back to her small hometown that's quirky, that's full of mystery writers. And her 3 aunts who raised her are all mystery writers. And they each write different things. And her aunt owns a bookshop and they're solving mysteries. And she's like, don't get involved in that. And then they solve it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Love that.
Loving it.
Great.
Yeah. How much can we not talk about this season? What else are you watching?
I mean, Murder, She Wrote, obviously.
Again? I thought you finished.
No,
back around?
No. I think we have 1 or 2 more seasons left.
Oh, wow. That has been a task you've been on for years.
Well,
I love it.
I like to savor them.
Yeah.
Anyway, third things third, make sure to click that subscribe button. We're really still trying to get to 100,000. We haven't gotten that much closer, but inch by inch, subscriber by subscriber.
Yes.
So tell your friends, share, follow us on Instagram and maybe Twitter. I don't know how long that's going to last either.
Yeah, oh no. But we are here to talk about UK Season 4, Episode 6, The Snatch Game.
Yeah. Not the worst Snatch Game.
Not the worst,
but
not the best.
Good.
It was okay.
Sure.
I thought Cheddar was fucking hilarious.
Yes.
And I loved it.
Yes. Pretty flawless, actually. A really good...
Was obsessed. I mean, here we are. Okay, so we're... Well, no. Okay, first we have to talk about the workroom.
Okay, great.
Ru comes by.
Yeah. Oh.
I got all excited because John Purse was going to do Enya, and I was like, yes.
Listen to the winds as Enya does. They're calling me, they're saying, John Purse, the winner's you.
I feel the fairies in the wind. And she was just like, yeah, walking through the woods. And I was like, I'm into whatever is happening here.
Yes,
very
fully.
excited about it. You're Irish, right? Why don't you just be a leprechaun?
You would do the most obvious thing. I would do St. Patty, which would be the female version of St. Patrick.
Maybe don't do the most obvious thing. Maybe just let the queens be themselves and have their own
But she's
ideas.
Irish, right? I think she might be Irish.
Oh, yeah, she might be Irish.
Would you like me to eat me breakfast out of a pot of gold as well, would you, Rue?
She was just like, fuck you, Rue, but I'll do it because I'm going to stay. I am listening. I'm getting to that fucking finale, bitch.
She did.
And
Spoiler.
she did. Then, back to back with, you're from Liverpool, right? You should just be one of the fifth Beatle.
Then you'd have all this Liverpool stuff to work with, which is part of your history, you know?
Okay, thank you.
Remember that?
What did that even mean?
Well, first of all, I was like, okay, if you're going to do that, then be Pete Best, the drummer that famously did not get to be part of the Beatles right before, and they replaced him with Ringo. Be embittered Pete Best.
Sure.
Still not the best idea, but like, sure, whatever. Then you can make some Beatles jokes, I suppose. But
because who was she gonna be?
She was gonna be Louis Walsh, who's a judge on X Factor. I don't know much about, but seemed to be prepared to do that, right? And then she, I mean,
I'm freaking out. Oh, no, why? Because Rue was just like deadpan, and it threw me off a bit. Like, she didn't laugh once.
Danny completely freaked out and lost her mind and was just like, I don't even know who I am anymore. I guess I'll do Cilla Black because she's from Liverpool. Oh my God, panic.
I don't know why it should matter.
That she's from Liverpool?
Yeah. You're from San Diego, Rue. Why don't you be Ron
Burgundy?
Like, what are we talking about? Fuck off. This was such nonsense. All of it. I'm like, Rue should not be telling people, don't do that. You should do, like, never.
Why don't you just do Cher?
Right? What? No, because I didn't prepare that. I don't want to.
I've never done that before.
Right?
I feel like that's a terrible idea.
Terrible idea. Maybe you can constructively feedback if like something's not quite working, right?
Of course.
Of course.
You know, LaPhil, maybe Marie Kondo, let's see how can we make that funnier.
Right.
If you're set on that, if you don't have an alternate that we think is funnier, then let's work with who you've prepared to make it funnier.
So what's the angle? How can you twist Marie Kondo that's, you know, secretly she's a crab person or something?
Right.
You know, I don't know.
We are the crab people.
Jesus Christ!
Crab people.
Bottoms down.
Right.
She's a mess.
Right, but
I don't know.
It's like a Zoom outfit, right? It's like Rue behind the podium.
But anyway, after some mild
Meddling
from Rue, we're at the Snatch Game. Oh, but it was themed. It was Strictly Come Snatch Game.
Or something. And I was confused and I was like, oh God, are they doing something different again? And then it was like, oh no, they just called it that.
Just
because
all
the
of
two
the
contestants and all the
blanks
were ballroom.
Strictly Come related.
Yeah.
Which
I
don't know how much that affected
it was just for Michelle. She likes to feel important.
She sure does. But yes, Cheddar is in the hot seat and was so fucking fantastic.
Queen Elizabeth
the First with her rotted out teeth. Such like smart historical specific references going on.
Yeah. Well, because she killed her sister, right?
She killed her sister.
She got rid of her. She killed her.
I don't think she killed her sister. She died of a peculiar illness, so who knows?
I was probably laughing at the wrong thing then now.
This loony sort of, like this, the Christopher Lloyd from Roger Rabbit sort of like, you know, laugh that she could like rely on any time. It was like, it can break it up and just go, I'm mad. It's all of the lead in my makeup or whatever. Like, I feel like that's where it was going. Like, she was a little cuckoo banana pants.
Yeah.
The
syphilis really
was coming on strong, coming in hot on the Snatch Game. And it was so funny when she pulled out that speech from Elizabeth. I too, sir, command the wind!
I too can command the wind, sir. I have a hurricane in me that will strip my back.
I don't know if you remember this, but that trailer played everywhere.
Now, which Oscar-winning actress was it?
Kate Blanchett.
Okay.
Yes. Actually, that speech I think was from Elizabeth to the Golden Age, I want to say. And that trailer played before every single fucking thing. I don't even know.
I vaguely remember that.
And that scene, it would be like, da 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 da, oh my gosh, on the drama, and I too, sir, can command the winds. And it was just a so dramatic, like obvious Oscar clip.
Yeah.
That will sweep away your pride.
I too can command the wind, sir! I have a hurricane in me that will strip Spain bare if you dare to try me!
That was so funny. And like, I saw that movie once, but when she started into that speech, I was like, oh my God, I'm back. I know, I'm in the theater and I'm watching the trailer before everything.
I love it.
So that really got me. That made me laugh a lot.
Good.
She was the only one kind of interacting with, it seemed. Like there was no cross-purposing, no playful, I'm piggybacking.
Everyone was already in their own head about how much they were failing.
Well, I did think Dakota was fun and funny as Pete Burns.
Saw Michelle's Vogue routine. It was insincere to the point of nausea.
I didn't know too much about Pete Burns, but then I watched some clips.
Okay.
And it was very like, oh, that's...
Wouldn't piss on her, she burst into flames.
She quoted some things that they said directly or whatever.
Gotcha.
But I thought she really stayed in character and was pretty funny.
Sure.
All things considered.
Yes, all things considered.
LaPhil's Marie Kondo was there.
It was pretty one note, and it was just kind of like, well, what's the joke?
Touch.
Yeah, oh, touch! My translator in my ear is very quiet.
That she's just nice?
The only joke I think was that her translator was that she clearly needs a translator, I suppose, or something.
Right.
But it would have been something, I don't know if like the translator was like saying it wrong or she was getting pissed off at the translator for not, or something.
Yeah.
Or I don't know quite how, that's tough.
Yeah.
If you don't have the actual to cut
Right, if
to.
you don't have a person there and you don't have like a big old headset where you're like talking to, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. I wouldn't have chosen that.
But I did appreciate that LaPhil was like, I really wanted to do someone like Asian representation.
Right.
It's, tough that there aren't enough to pick from and that sucks. But
Sure.
Danny last minute decides to do Cilla Black.
Right.
And this was, it was certainly an impression. It was certainly
I don't really know Cilla
big.
Black. I've since seen some clips, but few.
Right.
And one of them was older, like not modern day Cilla Black.
Oh, I think she's fairly famous from the past.
Okay.
I don't think it's a modern reference.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Shave their disco balls.
Big teeth, big accent, a singer. It was hard to understand what Danny was saying.
A little bit.
Part of that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of just, it was like Muppeting. It was just a lot of like, I don't know what was coming out of her mouth, but it had a lot of energy.
Sure.
Certainly wasn't going to win. Wasn't particularly funny, haha, but certainly was like she put on a persona.
There was an entertaining value there of just like, what's this?
Yeah, I wasn't bored.
No.
Let's say that. I wasn't bored.
Yeah. So then Pixie Polite down in the, I guess this is almost like the second hot seat, right?
No, the end, I would say.
Oh, the far.
The first and the last, I would say, are the...
I always feel like this one,
Depends.
I guess it can go, it's the swing seat.
It's
swing
the
seat.
The swing seat.
Shirley Bassey-ish.
The impression was there. It wasn't funny.
I knew I was a queen, my darling.
Yes.
Queen of the silver screen, queen of the disco hall.
Have you made movies?
Like she was putting on an affectation that was Shirley Bassey-esque. It seemed a little bit more like Matt Lucas.
Do you like satin sheets, my darling? Pomade and Ferrero Rocher chocolat, my darling.
She doesn't have it. She doesn't have the range. She doesn't have it.
I love Tina, but she doesn't have the range. I'm sorry, Tina, I love you, I adore you, no, I love you, but you don't have the range.
It was much more that to me than plain old Shirley. And she just would not stop making diamond jokes.
Diamond diva, because diamonds are forever.
Oh!
Because they are made of diamonds. Diamonds don't need to be polished, they just need to be enjoyed.
Right.
And I was like, but she also sang Goldfinger. So like, come on. Like, where's the range? I don't need any more diamond jokes. I got it.
I got it.
I'm cool.
Yeah.
Shirley Bassey.
She doesn't have the range. I'm sorry, Shirley, I love her to bits, but she doesn't have the range.
But that's you.
I don't care, I don't have the range.
Let's move forward
Yes,
with
I
this.
just felt like we kept falling back to diamonds. And it was like, okay, there are forever. We get it,
So yeah, this was okay. I mean, she certainly did
I thought this was really bad. I'm sorry.
She didn't flatline. She said things and kept her accent. Like, I'm just trying to be nice.
Sure.
I didn't think it was great, but she didn't just like completely go, I don't know.
Right. You know what they say?
If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all.
She didn't say it.
So don't say
She didn't say anything at all.
Anything at all. Maybe that's the joke, right? You just go, if you don't have anything nice to say. Next was Black Peppa as Lil Nas X.
Yeah.
I don't know them. I'm aware they exist.
Okay.
And they sing.
Yeah.
Don't know what she's saying. I didn't know she sang. I thought she rapped or whatever.
I didn't know.
So I mean.
And I don't think this was an impression.
I'm a good dancer myself, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And I went to the club the first time, and they gave me water, and it was amazing.
That was
visually.
I don't know.
Visually,
right? I think
very good.
That seems, yeah.
You know, like the outfit, the vibe was pretty there. Everything else felt like not at all.
Sure. She didn't say much.
No, that's true too.
Like it was.
Yeah.
Pretty blank.
And to be honest, I don't know. Like Lil Nas is a tough one. Big fan, huge fan. Gorgeous gowns.
Wait, he's got great outfits.
Really, actually, yes. Like, great outfits. Like, you should just Google, like, Lil Nas X outfits, and you'll be like, yes. Oh, but yes. Like, what annoys me is that, like, for all of the ink that's been spilled over Harry Styles showing up in, like, a dress or whatever.
Oh, sure.
It's like Lil Nas X has been doing so much more.
And no one's talking about it.
I mean, they talk about it.
Right.
Lil Nas X is really good with social media. I think he's, like, pretty online-y.
Okay.
And so I don't know, as a fan even, I don't know how many times I've heard him just like talking,
hanging out. Yeah.
You know, it's rapping. It's like being
maybe
sexy, slutty.
If you
but
could
like,
just rap everything, and if you were that talented
to
do it on
Snatch
Snatch
Game. That would be
right. You just rap every answer.
Yeah, come up with a little ditty. Maybe you probably couldn't sing any of his. Like you couldn't do any of the melody.
Right. But if you did like dirty limericks, but rapped them, Rue would laugh at that.
So, you know, I wasn't angry at the idea, and I did think that, like, the vibe, like, the visual was there.
Well, Peppa always looks great.
Yes. But I think she got in her head and didn't have the best, like, you need to
there was no angle either. I mean, no. I don't feel like I learned anything new about Lil Nas X
Clearly
that I didn't already obviously not know to begin with. But yeah, it was just sort of okay. Not even really okay. It wasn't good.
It was not good, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It was a big bummer.
And we already talked about Dakota doing Pete Burns.
I don't know who Pete Burns is.
They were the lead singer of Dead or Alive. They sang Spin Me Right Round, Baby, Right Round. And went on Celebrity Big Brother and was like a big old, you know, popular asshole. Perfect reality show villain.
Right.
Bag of shit.
Bag of shit.
That bitch has had so much fillers, the bitch looks constipated constantly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, right, and then St. Patty.
Oh, right. I thought John Burrs actually did a really good job.
A lot of energy, super fun, infectious, said a bunch of Irish stuff. I didn't think it was funny.
Do you need me to repeat it?
Well, if you're feeling lucky. Are you feeling lucky?
I am feeling lucky.
Have you ever kissed an Irish woman before?
I thought that
But I was like happy to watch it.
Sure.
I was not laughing at it because it was, to me, not funny. But
yeah, there's maybe certain things here and there I laughed at, but a lot of it was just that she was
Irish.
Quick.
Because he rubs his balls to get the luck of the Irish. When he rubbed his balls, I always see them get lucky.
She always had an answer.
I'm going to have an answer. I'm going to come up with something that's like in character. I'm going to
yeah.
You know, it's like, okay, that's at least half the battle, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to just be able to toss
Volley.
back. Yes.
Volley.
Yeah.
So yes, that was Snatch Game.
Yeah. They had a very lengthy tragedy mirror, but I thought it was nice and important. But it was like Cheddar was talking about silence equals death and HIV.
Oh, yes, of course, and the pink triangles and all of that.
Yeah. I was thinking, have you watched the movie BPM?
No.
Okay. It was really good. It's like a French movie about like AIDS, but like it's done in a really nice
Worth a watch.
way. It's a recommendation.
Great.
And also, I think I've talked about it before. Different, but oh god, Paris 559.
You told me about this before.
Yeah,
It's a number.
It starts off with just porn, so be careful. But
fair warning.
It's like
not safe for work.
Not safe for work. Or plane ride probably. Not the best.
That's sort of simultaneously awful and my favorite thing when people are watching
like
horrifically inappropriate. Someone was watching the Pablo Escobar movie next to me on a plane, and people were just getting cut up with chainsaws, and like it was so fucking gnarly, and I was just like, this is happening right now.
Right now.
This is right in front of my eyes. It's happening.
I love it. I loved recently. There's been kind of the period where clearly House of Gucci made it to the plane watching. So then it's just like watching someone across the aisle, just watching, Lady Gaga get railed on a desk. And I'm like, this is absurd.
Jack Rabbiter.
Dazzling images on a huge silver screen. Sound that I can feel.
I forgot about that. That movie was awful.
These are just the mock-ups. Anyway. Ru comes out. And it was this silver, it almost like Brian thought she looked like she was a victim of a shark attack. It was like a bite, like a shark bite across.
I'm going to be honest. I did not write this down and I have no memory of it.
I remembered it because it was weird.
Okay. Shark attack.
Shark attack. Yeah, it was like a semi-crescent. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. But the category is tickled pink.
And then later they did pretty and punk, where everyone really should have done pink punk looks.
Oh, that'd be cute.
Don't get me wrong, I liked a lot of the punk looks, but nobody went pretty
and punk. Yeah, I like that.
Or like a ball gown. Anyway, we'll get to it. Tickled pink.
Yes.
I don't like when they do a color. I'm on the record. It's just makes for a less exciting runway, in my opinion.
Okay. I guess because you're just like, oh, it's more pink.
It's pink. That being said, there were some fun looks.
Yeah.
This was the first time where I really liked Dakota's wig. It was all sculpted and very much draggier instead of often she just looks really cute and pretty, which is not a read, it's just a fact. And this seemed elevated. It was like very cool. The wig, I was really into it.
Yeah.
The outfit, I don't really recall.
I don't at all.
But I liked
I
the
only
wig.
wrote down 2, so.
Fun. Well, then I'll just keep talking. Next out that I wrote down was Black Peppa in this Marge Simpson.
That's what I said.
Buckingham Palace guard pink cotton candy with then these huge sleeved checkerboard.
Yeah.
But then it was like cotton candy pants that were all spider webs.
Were so great. It opened.
Her hair opened to reveal cotton candy.
Oh, it was cotton candy.
Yeah, I believe.
I didn't know what was happening.
Well,
but I was like, wow.
Later, we'll talk about it, but later in lip sync, it revealed
maybe that's what it was.
Pencils?
Yeah,
I don't know what it was. It was like
it was the lip sync, and I was like, what?
Like some straws fell out. I don't know what it was. I was like, okay, what's happening?
Yeah.
Next out was Pixie Polite in this pink Power Rangers Speed Racer outfit.
Oh, well, it was the RuPaul's Drag Race, like.
Was it?
I did not care for this.
I
thought
care
it looked
for it.
crafty. I thought it looked.
It was real.
Not fashionable.
It was Amy Jo Johnson realness. It was just. And the fabric, and then the ponytail coming out of the helmet.
Yeah.
Maybe if it had been a helmet beehive, something. But anyway.
So the other one that I wrote down was Cheddar Gorgeous. The Silence Equals Death. I loved this. I thought it was smart and brilliant and like striking. Yeah.
This was the most, I think, effective of her message looks. Let's say they all have a great story behind them and they're all important, but this was the most like visually powerful.
Yeah.
I was like,
but
oh
also
my God.
like fashion.
It was still,
Is it fashion? Yes.
Yes, it was. It was fashion.
Wait, but is it fashion? It's fashion. Stop it! I have something to say. Shut up!
Shut up! Danny was in this very 80s power suit, powder pink, kind of like a Marie Antoinette head thing going on with the white and then the big beehive. It was nice. I liked it.
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't one of the more memorable ones for me.
Jodhpurs comes out and she's like a little fluffy cupcake and you're like, what's happening here? What's this? And to reveal this was a very cutesy, burlesque, but again, not my favorite.
Right.
But then last out, LaPhil's I mean, I don't even know what this is, and I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah.
This huge umbrella up here, hoop skirt, tent.
She literally said it was a tent.
Tent with but then on the inside, individual saddlebags, like coming down their legs.
Yeah.
And then the big umbrella on their head.
Yeah.
And all of it just all worked. I don't know what I was looking at, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Latex, pink.
It was good and weird and cool, and I was into it.
Really do not think LaFille got enough credit for how different and interesting their fashion is.
Yes. This was the wrong choice for me for the way that this episode ended.
I agree.
Because I would have absolutely I guess LaFille in Snatch Game was not good.
No.
But I didn't think that Pixie was any better. And so I would have put probably Pixie and Black Peppa in the bottom. And LaFille would have been safe because this outfit.
I was like, but this outfit though. I feel like this outfit saves it.
Yeah.
But this outfit though.
Yeah.
Well, and to be honest, so we're at the lip sync.
Okay, yeah.
They're singing Stop by the Spice Girls.
Yeah.
Obsessed.
Stop. Right,
So into this. I think LaFille won this lip sync.
Yeah.
Laying on that big tent.
This
with the
play.
Heels up.
Right? I was just like,
and all of this. And when they strip down and with the saddlebags and everything, and then suddenly stuff's coming out of the shoe.
I think that was the problem.
Well, but then the magic endless scarf, I don't know. I was just like, the stunts and shenanigans that are going on, I am so obsessed with how wacky this is.
It was very wacky. I just felt like it got a little muddied with and now I'm pulling my boot off and now there's paper confetti in the boot.
But Black Pepper, I don't know.
I don't know what fell out of her hair.
Popsicle sticks fell out of her.
I don't know. Yeah, it's true.
What
it's
it was.
True.
And then they were just in a pile on the floor. I don't know.
I don't know.
But
this was also... It
was close, but for me, LaFille embodied the vibe more.
Yeah,
which
I get that.
I always gravitate towards.
Right.
And I'm just obsessed with LaFille. So
yeah,
what
fully,
can I say?
100%.
And this was the first time they were in the bottom, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
I mean,
they decided they just hated them, so...
This could have been the double save for me. Because I was torn.
I could have.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Black Peppa wins.
Yes.
Yay, LaFille goes home. No.
I was really crushed.
I was really sad because...
Really like LaFille.
They were my favorite.
Yeah.
Really.
But maybe All-Stars things later in the future.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, right. And Cheddar won, obviously. That was a given.
That was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And Mel B was there and is fabulous.
Right. Yeah.
And it was a pretty okay episode.
Oh, given how underwhelming the Snatch Game was, the episode was still good.
Yeah.
So there's that. So, quick commercial break, and we will be back with episode 7.
So, episode 7, the dreaded makeover challenge that in the description said the return of the fan favorite makeover challenge. I was like, who are you polling? I don't know what you're talking about.
Although there was a Twitter thing that someone was like, okay, if you have to get rid of Snatch Game, the Rusical, the acting challenge, or the
makeover.
No,
make an outfit.
No, well, make an outfit. What do they call that? Design challenge.
Design challenge.
Which one would you get rid of? And there were not enough people saying they would get rid of the Rusical, and I was like, what are you talking about?
You really have a thing against the Rusical.
I do.
I hate musicals.
What? Get out.
Although I do agree that most of the writing for these acting challenges has gotten so incredibly terrible
Oh my God.
that honestly it's not the Queen's fault, and I think we should stop.
I would rather watch the Rusical than the acting challenge.
I think you're right.
At this
I
point.
think you're right.
But also, this is moot because the makeover challenge is the worst challenge. Always. Anyway, this year they have to make over the Queen team, all of their handlers.
Yeah, I appreciate this. I like, this is a fun way of doing it when they did the crew and they had Sarge and
it's
whatever.
a fun way to get around.
Not having to bring in people?
Not having to bring in people. Do we think that they doubly pay them?
No.
Yeah, see, that's okay. Because who's queen
teaming?
teaming?
Who's queen teaming when they're being, I don't
okay.
know. Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe they are.
Maybe.
It depends on if there's unions and how that works.
Some overtime money.
I guess they would probably have to. If you're on camera talent, it's different.
Right.
So, yes. I would hope, yes. It's not part of their job responsibility, therefore you need to get paid separately.
But anyway, they're all teamed up with different members of the Queen team.
Yep.
They're all getting to know each other, blah, blah, blah. It's very lovely. Raven comes in.
Yep.
gives everyone some very specific makeup advice. I always like it.
Yeah.
Give me the specifics.
Right, it seems helpful.
Give
It
me
seems,
something I
like,
can
tailored.
apply
Yeah.
directly.
Apply directly to the forehead. Head on. Apply directly to the forehead.
Yep.
John Purse is like, what now? What should I do? Yes, I will do it. Yes, thank you.
You have a very little amount of space between your nose and your lip.
Yeah.
I would bring the contour up a little.
There were a couple of little fun things I wrote down. I liked, she said, cheese me up, I can't wait. I love that. I was like, Cheddar Gorgeous. I came up with my Cheddar Gorgeous themed name. Actually, Brian did for me.
Okay.
Parmigiano Gorgiano.
Do you pick your
She's an
favorite
Italian
cheese?
queen.
Do you pick your favorite cheese, or what do you do?
Well, I mean, in that case, it would be both. But also, like, because hers is Cheddar Gorge, which is a place, apparently.
Right.
But also, like, Parmesan is Italian, so I felt
I think mine would just be lactose
intolerant.
It's here. The mucus is here.
The mucus?
The mucus coating the intestinal wall. Spasm! Spasm! Lactose intolerant!
But with like 5 A's. Yeah.
That would be if I was paired with cheddar in this very specific occasion.
Yeah, welcome to the stage, Cheddar Gorgeous and lactose intolerant. Yeah. Good.
Well, and Wendy's talking about, because she's been there from the beginning.
Yes.
And she's talking about, what's the craziest thing you ever had to do? And, I had to pop someone's bollock back up in their tuck. And I was like, wow, that's
That's a lot.
I've had to bend right down and go underneath, do a popper up underneath and stick everything back in.
I mean, I guess, like, maybe whatever. Like, clearly she didn't seem to give a shit, and that's nice.
Bonds were forged.
I guess. It's funny.
Lifetime bonds were forged on that day.
On that day. Yeah, it's an interesting one.
I don't know if I would be that casual if I had to pop your bollock back up in your tuck. I feel like we would cross a line. I would do it, but I feel like it would have
I guess okay.
Changed things slightly.
Just a little.
Just
I mean,
slightly.
whatever.
It's fine. Who cares? But there's camp and then there's gay vomit.
There's camp love and there's gay vomit.
And then everyone is apparently doing clown white for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
Where's my clown white?
Who stole my clown white?
My clown white. That's mine. No, it's not, bitch. Yes, it is. Girl. That's mine, girl.
Rue is missing.
Unforeseen circumstances beyond anyone's control. RuPaul is missing. It was like really odd.
It was really odd.
Due to circumstances beyond anyone's control, RuPaul is unable to join us tonight.
You know what bothered me about this?
When Michelle pretended to be on her earpiece and actually listen.
Yeah.
Let's talk to Ru.
Yeah,
Ru
but
said
it wasn't even like a joke. It was like she was being serious.
Yeah,
I was like, but no.
She was bad, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I just feel like
Give it to Graham. He knows how to host a show.
Obviously, yes, agreed. And I think part of the problem for me about Michelle was just that she was clearly nervous about filling Rue's shoes.
Right.
And like trying to keep it the same
Just
rather
have
than
Raven come out and
doing
do it.
her.
She was
oh my
already
God.
on set.
No,
it's
Ru-
an
I
all
don't
about
think Ru
Eve.
would-
It's
Oh
an
my
all
God,
about Eve.
yes.
Oh,
There's always someone younger and hungrier.
Step in. Oh, I don't know what happened to Ru in those stairs. But they could have made all those jokes.
That's true.
And it would have been less weird than due to unforeseen circumstances out of everyone's control.
It was very weird.
I was like, what?
And I just was like, I don't know. And Michelle was so uptight about it.
Yeah,
And I was
yeah.
just like, you need to just make this your own.
No,
Like,
if Raven had come out and just been like, there's always someone hungrier and younger and hungrier coming up behind you.
But I think this is historic in that she's the first drag queen on a Ru
panel.
Yeah.
Well, in a season where RuPaul is also participating, because I feel like
That's what I mean.
Okay, great.
Although I guess she wasn't alongside Ru.
Right.
That still has never happened.
Never. And will never.
Apparently.
Ever. But it was nice having a drag queen on the panel.
Yes.
But anyway.
Yeah.
We get the makeover challenge. First out. I didn't write down the other queen's names.
No, John Burrs.
John Burrs and her partner, who was lovely.
Yes.
Come out. I loved this, and I was so confused why everyone was like, you suck, and it was bad.
Fucking Michelle, I don't know.
I was so confused. They come out, they're doing a whole pantomime. They've got this like French 1920s, this fashionable, like kind of deconstructed tuxedo look.
Uh-huh, yep.
Oh!
Like very kind of color blocked, but black and white. Like,
I loved this.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I thought it was fun. It was fashionable. It worked. I thought there was clearly a similarity.
Maybe if you both had the same colored hair. I can't. When the show is all about found family and choosing, we can't get into this again.
Nope. We can't do it
again. We can't do it again, but I'm so angry every time.
Yep.
But anyway, I thought this was fab and in the top, at least 3 for me.
At least the top 3 probably, yeah. Yeah. And then next up is Pixie Polite and
Wendy.
Oh, was it Wendy? It was Wendy. All I wrote down was that she looked like India Farah and Nancy Pelosi in drag. And once you see the Nancy Pelosi in drag, you really can't get over it. It's all I could see.
So it's just Nancy Pelosi.
No, it really looks like Nancy Pelosi in drag.
Okay.
I
got it.
Yeah.
This was some ticky-tacky, pixie fairy, purple Halloween costume parade.
Yep.
Crapped up.
Gay vomit is really...
It was gay vomit.
And it just was not flattering. It really aged her up.
Her makeup was... I was upset. This was, I think, by far the worst of the makeovers.
Yes.
Like vis-a-vis
costume and makeup.
She made her person look worse.
Yeah.
But then next out, Danny Beard. I was obsessed with this Austin Powers 90s fembot bearded mushroomed. It was so good. The pastel, the purple, and this was very Juno Birch.
Well, yeah, yes.
There's little purses. It was so cute. This mod 60s, the whole thing. I was so fucking obsessed with it. It was just like perfect.
Yeah. So then next was Cheddar Gorgeous and Brie.
I think Brie, yeah.
Yep. This was lovely. This was I got it. I thought it was really well done. They looked similar, like cohesive or whatever you want to call it, family resemblance-y.
Sure. I mean, they looked like yin and yang, like fire and ice, woodland
nymph queens, yes.
Have been fighting through the centuries over the...
If they were in Narnia 8 or something, I'd be like, yeah.
With all the gold leaf and the swirling hair on top.
Yep.
I really, really liked this. They were 2 like wizardy caftans.
Sure.
It's not my favorite silhouette.
Well, Michael Kors and I own a gay racehorse together. So he made them fashionable for the season, so that's why.
Okay.
Michael Kors is a friend. We own a gay racehorse together. And I convinced him to make wizard cloaks fashionable for ladies this winter.
It's my fault for asking.
I really liked it, but I think fashion-wise, I prefer Jodhpur to this.
I get it.
But it was still really great.
Yeah.
And Brie looked beautiful and all of the above.
Yes. She had kind of like a Raven Simonier face or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was something about it that was giving me...
Is she still Simonier? Has she gone back?
Oh, I don't know.
Just Simone now?
Raven Simone again? I have no idea.
Demi, you know, the accent. The
Denzel?
Denzel, no, I'm still not over it.
Actually, it's Denzel.
So then next out was black pepper and not white salt. Oh God, if they make that joke one more time. But loved the faces, this sort of French porcelain doll look with then the pink umbilical cord hair tethering them.
It was a little Avatar-y where they like connected their hair.
Yeah, very that. Head down, just kind of a simple, black dress. It sort of had like musculature or armor almost. Like there was like a 6-pack built into it, but you couldn't. It was okay, but the heads were great. I was really into the heads. But the umbilical cord hair, I was like, what's this? Maybe you start jump roping with it. Anyway, we can move on, but I kind of liked it.
And then last was Dakota Johnson. Nope. No. Schiffer.
Nailed it.
It was like this hairspray vibe.
Valley of the Dolls.
Valley of the Dolls.
Peachy. 60s. Bouffant.
Yep.
Bows.
The fabric, like the stripy fabric reminded me of like
it was like checkerboard.
Beetlejuice's tongue or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was checkerboard, not stripes.
That was, to me, at least made it interesting.
I wish it was houndstooth.
Yeah. Always here for houndstooth, by the way.
Yes.
Literally.
Always.
But anyway.
Yeah.
It was a juxtaposition, but at least it made it a little
fresher,
different or something. I thought they both looked gorgeous, super cute.
Yeah.
It was very lovely. It wasn't like super memorable.
No, I agree.
But yes, we get to the judging. It's whack. They're like, Jodhpurs, you suck. We don't know why. And I was confused. I was like, wait, what? Am I taking crazy pills? I thought she was
crazy pills.
Great. Like,
I didn't
what's
know,
happening?
I was just like, The entire time I was just like, oh, so clearly it's
Pixie and Dakota. And Peppa, yeah.
In
Either
the bottom.
one, yeah.
Either those are the bottom three to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then Pixie probably should go home.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but like it just seemed like that was the way.
The writing on the wall.
But apparently not.
Apparently not. But yes, Cheddar wins.
Yeah.
I think Danny should have won this one.
Okay.
I liked the looks better. I thought it was just more exciting.
It was more exciting. I get that.
No shade to Cheddar. It was still very nice.
Yeah.
But yes, Dakota and Pixie are in the bottom. We didn't talk about how Boy George was the other guest judge, and I'm obsessed with his hat.
Yes.
I'm so obsessed with this Philip Tracy. I don't even know what's happening. Armature, sculpture across his... Obsessed!
The entire...
All of
loved
it. I don't even know. I'm obsessed with it. It's
Yeah.
like, it reminded me of that, what's that painting with Apple and the bowler hat?
Yeah,
It was like very that somehow.
Yes, very that.
Yeah. So exciting stuff. But I bring that up because they lip sync to Miss Me Blind by Culture Club. I think this was a bad choice.
A bad choice.
It was a low energy
Yep.
song that's very repetitive.
Yep.
I thought this could have been a double sachet.
I said the same thing.
No shade, just it was like, yeah. But they weren't gonna do that when Rue wasn't there.
Oh my God,
Can you imagine?
No, they couldn't. You couldn't.
Imagine. What's that now? Right.
Both of them?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, Rue said it into my actual ear, and I heard her voice, so... Oh my God.
It was certainly not the producers who decided all anyway.
Let's talk to Rue.
Yeah, I thought this song is a bad lip sync song because it's low energy and repetitive. I mean, it's a fun song. I like it, but...
Sure, but like just for what you needed it to be, it
Yeah.
wasn't giving it to me.
And Pixie stays.
Yeah, I was,
After Wendy's makeup, honestly...
Right.
I was like, girl.
For me, after last week,
right,
and then this week,
right.
I was like, I think it's just time, girl. I'm sorry, like you seemed lovely,
yeah,
but like it just seemed like the right time.
I think I probably would have kept Dakota, but you know that's not how it went. No. Really, can we just bring back LaPhil? That's really the storyline that I would want to see.
Well, that's why I would have put Pixie last week.
In the bottom.
LaPhil stays.
Well, and I would have loved, because LaPhil's, the design challenge, they were great.
Yeah.
So I would have loved to see LaPhil make over somebody.
Yeah.
Would have been great.
Bummer.
But we can't rewrite history.
No, we cannot. But we will be back for episodes 8, 9, and then 10.
Cheers.
I can't wait to see how this turns out.